Okay. This game was offline drafted, however we are here now with...
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
With
Minions
ARR,
have
with Darius top,
spawned.
Vigar mid, Kai'Sa bot, Soraka bot, and we have Annie support, Poppy top, Lucian bot, and Aurelia mid for FEM.
Trades here down the bot lane. Lucian forced to back as he trades his HP with enemy support, and he flushes away from the Kai'Sa, not allowing her to proc the plasma, thus let her live.
Arena hits E on nothing, dodges the Vigar Q, goes in twice.
Lucian didn't back, however, did stay in lane for longer, but now, choosing to back, he's gonna lose out on quite a lot of this wave if Annie doesn't somehow hold the wave in front of the tower. The minion wave does arrive, saving him from all this lost XP. Level 1 to 3 though, and that wave really big. Lucian taking a lot of damage here from the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa running straight through the tower, chasing after the Lucian, but that's not quite enough.
Aurelia attempted to tower dive the Vigar, manages to die instead as did under the tower.
And the Kai'Sa here playing between the tier 1 and 2 towers, thus managed to get a kill onto the Annie, walking back to lane, only level 2. However, she is out of mana and is forced to back off.
Lucian's chasing a kill against Soraka, manages to pick her up for Kai'Sa.
Yeah, that plasma didn't proc. If the plasma proc went through for Kai'Sa there, it could have been a 1-for-1.
Aurelia now returning to lane from a TP at top of the 4. Doing some trades. Poppy going for
Poppy crossing through mid because she TP'd bot earlier, trying to get back to lane.
Enemy has been slain.
Kai'Sa again, another kill onto the Annie.
Vigar TP'd bots.
Yeah, can he get this kill into Lucian? Caged up into the stun. Vigar does pick up the kill, walking back mid lane to catch his wave here. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Darius looks to have died underneath the red side turret. Something could have happened there. Maybe a bit overzealous for the plates. End up dying.
Darius assisting with the Vigar, managed to picking up a kill against the Aurelia. Lucian was a bit chanted, I think he managed to walk away. And bot lane is in a very good spot for ARR.
Oh, the Poppy here tanking 3 turn shots. Not quite sure how that positioning worked. Darius and Poppy trading places on the map.
Lucian managed to catch the Soraka out, does take her out.
Yes. Meanwhile, Kai'Sa working on these plates. No mana, however, so she cannot 1v2 here unless the bots just stand there and do nothing.
Another fight in the top lane. Poppy doing some decent amount. Hits the ulti on the Darius. Hemorrhage stacked and Darius managed to take the kill.
Darius, the Noxian guillotine, does end up slamming on Poppy's head. Gets to execute, does get the ult reset, but with no one else there, nothing really too important about that.
Vigar now at 69 stacks.
If I got already 3 kills into this early game, only 8.5 minutes into the game.
Poppy.
Oh, nice stun there for the Poppy, pinning straight into that thin wall on mid lane. Does net them a kill. Poppy now returning to the top lane.
Oh, Kai'Sa ulted
TP's
under
bot
the
here.
tower. Soraka taking a lot of damage from tower as well.
Yeah, double TP bot. Really ult and walk away. Not sure what she's doing there. But Poppy also spending that TP, leaving the Darius in the top lane alone. That's 4 plates already for the Darius. Turn. Only now at 2.6k HP. Could fall soon.
Oh, Already got trapped under the cage, took a tower shot, and gave a kill to the Veigar as he also TP's down to the bot.
Yeah, Kaisa barely manages to live there with the Soraka heal coming in last minute to save her from the ignite. And he does walk into the cage even though it is disappearing, gets stunned, but manages to flash away.
9-5 AR way. Might also get a
Yeah.
first tower at top lane as Darius is hitting it.
Yeah, first blood tower here for the Darius. Already 3-1 with that Ninja Tabais, or old Ninja Tabais, to play the steel caps now. He will be very strong against the triple AD in for FEM here.
Kaisa ults in, secures the kill in bot lane. She also earlier killed the Lucian with a W across the map.
Yeah, but 2v1 here, Lucian couldn't quite do much. Ulti does get cancelled by the Soraka silence, but the Soraka taking one too many tower shots does end up giving back a kill to the Lucian.
This Veigar is standing still there, zoning off the Aurelia off the wave.
Yeah, the Veigar already on 116 stacks. That's a lot of extra AP there. The ult will execute the Aurelia. Literally, Veigar ult does do missing health HP, so the lower they are, the more damage it will deal. Poppy barely manages to flash and ult Darius away. Does manage to live and catch this wave in peace. 2 levels up here, 2v1 in the mid lane, but Annie walks away. Not quite giving them that kill. If Annie was their support, maybe the Veigar could have died.
Oh,
Seeing as-
Darius
yeah.
at top running down the lane, applying a lot of pressure
An enemy has
for
been
Team
slain.
AR.
Lucian trying to walk to cover that wave, trying to save the tower, but is caught out in the 2v1. Does
Veigar
end up dying to the Kaisa.
TP top doing a tower trade for T1, T2, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, the towers are roughly worth the same, so it's not too much in the trade. It's just, what is Kaisa and Soraka doing? Walking past the 2-1 and 2. Soraka does end up executing. No one is there, however. No kill XP, no gold gain. She just dies for no reason, though. Looks like the trade is still going. Lucian, though, is getting that first place in the bot tier 1. Ooh, Irelia TPs into 1v3. She should have waited for her teammate here who just backed, and he does land the arms for the Kaisa. Poppy W actually cancelling the Darius R, helping the Lucian live.
Veigar has 5 stacks on Rod of Ages, a scuff on mid lane as well. FEM managed to picking up a kill against the Soraka.
Yeah, Team AR here just seemingly running in 1-by-1. Does give over kills, but the Veigar, so much AP already, so much extra damage on those spells. The Q on like a 3-second CD.
Poppy is just dancing
Poppy is
around
dodging
the Veigar.
everything though. Does manage to get out. Veigar even had to waste his flash trying to get the kill, but to no avail. Evolution here, not quite strong enough to deal with the Darius. Extra armor coming from the boots, but the 3v1 here with the collapse from Annie and Irelia does force Darius to run away. Kaisa and Soraka though on the flank. Can she get out? The E-Invis does help Kaisa run away. Was that even? She doesn't have E-Evolve. No, she does have E-Evolve. That's enough attack speed. The E-Invis.
Soraka getting caught out. I mean, Poppy, yeah. Getting out by Poppy, but Poppy decided to TP mid.
The 1v1 in the top lane here. Annie now showing up, but does just get one-shotted by the Veigar. QR basically enough to kill him. Kill her, sorry.
And then Poppy slammed Veigar into the wall, stunning him. And managed to pick up another kill.
Yeah, this Veigar pick seems to be popping off every single game that he has shown up in. Seems to be an extremely strong and dominant pick for the mid lane.
Iger TPing top.
W not landing there for Kai'Sa. But Poppy just walks in alone, caged up and one-shotted. And the ult there couldn't quite do enough damage, but the tower shot does aid her. And this Vigar so strong, 8 and 3 already on 215 stacks, 430 AP to his name. And the AI with the cage really helping him land all those stuns. So that extra CC, giving him extra space, and helping him land all those crucial abilities that basically knock off half your HP.
An ally has been slain.
AR's team is like going in 1-by-1 in top side. This could be detrimental for him for the long run.
Yeah, but the inhib is down, and as we've seen in the last game between CLO and Appa, even though they do run in 1-by-1, the inhib is down, and when the enemy is forced to stay in their base, there's not much they can do in terms of getting towers. So ending the game is very unlikely.
Lucian managed to kill the Vigar with his ult, does walk on the tower for some reason and give a trade against him. Kai'Sa picking another kill against Andy.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
And the one real hope here for FEM is they have to pray for their inhib to come back and somehow win a fight. That's basically the only way they'll manage to push, because with the inhib down, the minions will just pour into the base, forcing them to back. This here, 2 kills for FEM. Vigar also running it down, the inhib almost respawning. This could be their timer.
FEM still has a chance of pushing back if that inhib does respawn.
Yeah,
Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa here caught out by the home guards on Annie. The invis does help her stall a little bit of time, but the point and click stun by the Annie does end up helping her pick up the kill.
Oh, Poppy ulted the Darius to safety as he returns back to mid lane.
But the Vigar caught out again. The Poppy doing so much work.
The enemy's inhibitor has
And the damage coming in from the Irelia results in a kill. But again, the inhib now finally back, but the super minions previously did end up killing a Nexus tower. This is why it's so difficult to push out of the base, because when your base is under attack, the bot's AI will just force you to have to recall and defend it. Yeah, 4 mid here for FEM, but again, the inhib going to fall.
Yep.
If they can trade inhibs here, it wouldn't be too bad, but the bots, the AI, not allowing them. They have to back, they have to defend, and maybe rightfully so, or else the Kai'Sa and Soraka could have ended.
Kai'Sa and Soraka do fall there as Poppy's zoning the Darius.
Yeah, 1v1 for the Poppy here, does end up getting the kill. Can they get this inhib trade? The minions slowly pouring in through the top lane super minions here. If they don't get that inhib in time, that inhib might never fall. They do get it, inhib trade here, as the minions are stopped by the remaining Nexus tower.
Poppy was about to kill her Kai'Sa, however Darius came in to save her. Looks like there's a mid push by ARR.
Yeah, the Vigar starting to slow down now. 11 and 8 when he was 11 and 3 before. Lucian walks into the cage, does end up dying to the Vigar. Mid lane is shoved, but for FEM, but their top lane being shoved in. Poppy dashing past the cage barely onto the Soraka, a priority target.
Vigar does manage to kill the Poppy. It is a 1v2 trade, however.
Yeah, 1-for-2 trade here. Can I really defend against the Kai'Sa? Earlier here, so much extra damage, and that upgraded Merc Treads does block out a lot of the damage from Kai'Sa, and notably her Plasma full AP.
Although AR did get the first inhib, since there is an inhib trade, both teams are kind of somewhat forced to stay under their base,
Has been slain.
slowing the game down.
Poppy going in first here, but the Irelia is so strong onto the Soraka, the support dead, and now onto the Kai'Sa dashes through, does get the kill. Darius here in a pickle, 1v2,
Oh my
Vigar
God.
flanking behind, does end up picking 2 kills up. It ends up being a 3-for-3 trade.
Team has destroyed a turret.
If Vigar wasn't there, I feel like Team FEM could have actually ended their game. However, he did make the game a bit longer now.
Yeah, but now the inhib respawn for FEM. TP here for the top lane. Does Irelia turn around? Yes, she does eventually. The Vigar, will he live this? Will he 1v2 and get the inhib? Not quite. And as I was about to say, the inhib now up for FEM and inhib down for ARR. This could be a chance for FEM to push and end. Lucian in the 1v2, caught between a rock and a hard place, not quite able to escape.
Now Soraka 1v1ing that Annie does get chunked a lot. Does she manage to escape?
Has respawned.
No, she attempted to just went back in.
Both inhibs up now. We'll have to see who wins this next fight. It could result in end of the game. Game at 33 minutes now. The levels are quite high, which means the death timer is also high. Earlier TP up to the top lane. Will she end up killing the Kai'Sa? She should, but the Kai'Sa does manage to walk away with the Soraka ult expended. Alright, it does kill Soraka, walking randomly through Baron Pit. Not quite sure how that happened, but Vigar here pushing up the mid lane. The mid inhib does fall. 1v3, Vigar managed to trade one and flash out. The ulti lands. Kai'Sa should be dead here. Flash not managing to save her.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Inhib here, falling. 2 inhibs down for FEM, but the 2 champs does trade 2 for 2. The Soraka keeping the Vigar alive for so long. It's very good here for Team ARR. This game looking quite close here, even though there's little to no data on the Lucian, first time picked in this tournament. Poppy does end up dying even though she does ult the Kai'Sa away. The fadeaway shot does end up killing her. Kai'Sa here pushing in the base. She takes down both Nexus turns, and actually manages to win in the 1v1 there against the Irelia. Annie barely manages to live with the
Kai'Sa.
shield from her E.
Sonya's oh no.
Yeah, but again, minions here pushing into FEM's base, expose Nexus. Mid inhib is respawning soon, but that top one will take a little bit longer.
Darius was just standing still in mid lane, but now he's starting to move forward. Goes to the top side as Team FEM is just trying to defend both inhibs.
The enemy's inhibitor has respawned.
TP top here, could be a 1v2 onto the Darius, but nothing quite happens as Darius backs off from the TP.
Darius does go back in with the Soraka Aurelia.
Yeah, but
Poppy-
target selection here, Soraka first, killing that Enchanter, but Vigar here, so much damage, ultis onto the Irelia and the W landing onto the Poppy does end up getting him a double kill. FEM spot lane here, forced to back to try and defend, but the Vigar so strong. Already 1000
doing-
AP, double kill again, and the timer's too long to defend.
My guy instead of
But
ending.
he does not end. The minions comes out of the base to defend just in the nick of time, and the Nexus towers respawn.
I guess my guy probably sees something. He's doing some calculations that we can't see.
Yeah, he was too low, wanted to back. Oh, the Soraka keeping him alive for so long. Irelia does go onto the Soraka, seeing that, but not enough.
Team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Soraka does
Vigar at
4 to them.
1400 AP, that back early and netting him that Rabadons. He will just one-shot anyone in his path.
Vigar's damage is very, very high. Doing about 75% of health every time he hits an ability.
Yeah, TP back here. Game's looking dire for FEM. Can they pull off a miracle? Kaisa does Zhonya's Delusion's attack, manages to live. Poppy, the tank of the team, not even managing to survive the Vigar combo. One rotation and her health is already gone.
Can Aurelia tank Vigar's damage?
And the Soraka ult keeping him alive all that much longer. FEM does manage to kill the Vigar in a 3v1, but their base in shambles. And the game there's only 17 minutes left of the game to go. Even if they do manage to defend, can they push out of their base and gain an advantage on the what is it called?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's mind blanked.
4v1 against the Soraka. Soraka does fall on the top side. Kaisa pushing the tower on the bot. Probably securing the third inhib for team ARR.
Triple inhib, double super minions on the wave. Can FEM defend this? The Vigar.
Vigar flashes
The flash
in.
forward, but does not manage to do anything. This could be a chance here. But honestly, with the minions in the base, it'll be way too hard for FEM to walk out. Even if they do manage to get an ace. Not
Super
quite so.
minions
Darius
now.
with the Deadman's, the Ghost running out of range for the Irelia Q. Yeah, and what I meant to say earlier was a tiebreaker. They won't be able to get an advantage on the tiebreaker if they're unable to get out of the base. They are actually up on kills, so if they do manage to get up on gold, maybe they do have an advantage. 14 minutes left into the game here.
Oh, how these super minions are pushing
These
them
super
into
minions.
the base.
Pushing them back into the Vigar, just autoing the Nexus, and the game does end. Win for ARR.
AR now having a 1-1 score, and FEM is the first team to go into the elimination bracket. There isn't any games anytime soon, so I'll catch you out at 9 PM.